Good morning, children. Welcome to Mahila Samaja online classes. Myself, Deepa, your social science facilitator. How are you all, children? Hope all are safe at home. Today, I am here with a new topic, that is in social science geography part. South America, land of Andes. So, children, today let us study about South America. So, in this chapter, we are going to study about the location, extent, and physical settings, rivers and lakes, climate, natural vegetation, wild animals, agriculture, and livestock rearing, composition, distribution, and density of population of South America. So, before going to start the lesson, let us know what are the competences. To understand the location, extent, and physical settings of South America, to know the rivers and lakes of South America, understand diverse climate, animals, and natural vegetation, understand the speciality of agriculture and animal rearing, to know the racial composition, distribution, and density of population of South America. So, children, now let us start with the introduction part. South America is the fourth largest continent in the world. So, it is the fourth largest continent in the world. It is a part of Latin America. When Christopher Columbus reached the continent around 1498 AD, he mistook it for India and called brown-colored natives as the Red Indians. Soon the Europeans, that is Spanish and Portuguese, flooded the continent. So, South America is the fourth largest continent in the world. So, around 1498 AD, Christopher Columbus, he reached this continent and he mistook that it was India, and he called the brown colored natives as Red Indians. So, soon the Europeans, they occupied the continent. South America is the land of superlatives, with the Andes and the Amazon over a quarter of the world's known copper reservoirs are found here. It is the world's largest producer of coffee. It is popularly called as Hollow Land and Land of Grasslands. The study of South America helps us to know various geographical and economic features of the continent. So, here we'll come to know about the various geographical and economic features of this continent. So, it is over a quarter of the world's copper reserves are found here. So, it is world's largest producer of coffee. Okay, children. So, it is popularly called as Hollow Land and the land of grasslands. Now, let us look into the location, extent, and physical settings. First, location. The continent lies mainly in the southern hemisphere. A small portion is found in the northern hemisphere. So, it lies towards the southern hemisphere and a small portion of it is found in the northern hemisphere. The equator and the Tropic of Capricorn pass through the continent. It is inverted triangle in shape, broader in the north and tapers towards the south. It is latitudinal and longitudinal extent is 120 degree north to 560 degrees south latitudes and 350 degree west and 810 west longitudes. Okay, children. So, the continent of South America is located in the Western Hemisphere. So, it is located in the Western Hemisphere. So, if you look at the map, if you observe, you will understand, children. See, here you can find South America. Now let us look into the extent. The land area of South America is about 178.6 lakh square kilometer and it is 3.5 times bigger than India. So it is 3.5 times bigger than India, and there are 13 countries in this continent. So Brazil is the largest and the French Guiana is the smallest country. All the countries of South America have coastal line except Bolivia and Paraguay. Landlocked country it is, and Chile is a linear country. Now let us look into the physical features. South America has spectacular tropical features. So it has the mountains with snow-covered peaks and the dense equatorial forest. So here you can find the mountains which is with snow-covered peaks and also the equatorial forest, that is you can find dense forest. The continent has rich fertile plainlands as well as dry wasteful desert. So it has fertile land as well as desert. The major physical divisions of the continent are the Andes Mountains, the Eastern Highlands, the Central Lowlands, the Western Coastal Plains. Once again I repeat, children, the major physical divisions of the continent are the Andes Mountains, the Eastern Highlands, the Central Lowlands, the Western Coastal Plains. First, let us look into the Andes Mountains. So, this is the longest mountain range in the world. So, running to a distance of 6,440 kilometers long along the Pacific coast. So, Andes Mountain is the longest mountain range in the world. Many earthquakes and volcanoes are found in the belt due to its presence in the Pacific Ring of Fire. So, due to its presence in the Pacific Ring of Fire, you can find many earthquakes and volcanoes here. Mount Aconcagua, which is 6,960 meters, Argentina Child Border, is the highest peak in the mountain range. So, apart from this, the other peaks are Mount Cotopaxi, which is 5,896 meter, and Mount Chimborazo, which is 6,272 meter. So the Andes are rich in minerals like copper and tin. So it is rich in mineral like copper and tin. Now coming to the Eastern Highlands. This region comprises two distinct highlands, that is one Guiana Highlands in the north and the Brazilian Highlands in the south. So these are made up of old rocks like the Deccan Plateau of India. River Churn, a tributary of Orinoco, has formed the world's largest waterfall, that is Angel Falls, which is 974 meter in the Guiana Shield. So Angel Fall is the world's highest waterfall. Now coming to the central lowlands. The central lowlands lie between the Andes Mountain and the eastern highlands. These consist of river basins. They are the Amazon, the Orinoco, and La Plata river basins. The Amazon basin is the most notable and largest among them. The Orinoco River forms the plainland in the northern part, which is separated by the Guiana Highlands from the Amazon basin. Gran Chaco, that is the hunting land, is the vast lowland of alluvium area which is found on the east of Andes, and it is famous for grazing in the south central part of South America. So, the western coastal plains. So, western coastal plains, these are the narrow plains which is found between the Pacific Ocean and the Andes mountain range. The west coast is almost devoid of coastal plains except in patches, because the Andes mountain rise sleepy from the coast, as it rise sleepy from the coast. Narrow coastal plains are found in the central Chile and Colombia along the west coast. The coastline is indented, that is, the coastline is broken. Many big cities lies in the coastal plains. There are many islands in the southern part like Falkland, Hornos Islands, but Galapagos lies in the northwest of South America. So now let us know about the rivers and lakes. The Amazon. So this river is called as the female warrior. Parana, Paraguay, Uruguay, and the Orinoco are the important rivers. Once again I repeat, children. The Amazon, Parana, Paraguay, Uruguay, and the Orinoco are the important river system of the South America. The Amazon, 6,450 kilometers. So this river, which rises in the Andes, is the longest in the South America and the largest river in the world. Amazon is one of the largest river in the world. It is navigable to the great extent along its course. So navigable ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಶಿಪ್ಪಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದರೆ ನ್ಯಾವಿಗೇಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ to the great extent. The Orinoco is another important river system. The combined river system of Parana, Paraguay, and Uruguay is called La Plata. Lake Titicaca. So, Lake Titicaca is the highest lake in the world, and it is the largest navigable lake of South America. Like Junin, like Lake Saracoca of Peru, Lake Poopó of Bolivia are the other important lakes of South America. So children, it is important for you to know about you need to know the names of the rivers and lakes. Now coming to the climate. So South America has a wide variety of climate, latitude, altitudes, and the proximity of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans contribute to the variation in the climate of the continent. So as the equator passes through the northern part of the continent and the Tropic of Capricorn passes through the southern part, the land mass within the two latitudes falls in the tropical zone. And the border part in the north is under the influence of the tropical climate. Hence, the climate here is hot and wet. The Amazon basin experiences the hot and wet equatorial climate due to the presence of equator. So the region experiences convectional rainfall almost every day. Heavy rainfall favors dense forest in this region. The Amazon basin has thick forest which is the home of flora and fauna. Reptiles, birds and monkeys are the common in this belt. As there is heavy rainfall, so which is favor for the forest, isn't it? So here you can find dense forest. As there is a thick forest which is the home of flora and fauna, that's reptile, birds and monkeys. These are the common in this belt. The Andes mountain ranges run almost the full length of the western margin of the continent. Onshore winds brings rain to the windward side, while the east of the Andes gets low rainfall. So this is the rain shadow region and the temperate desert belt, Patagonia of South America. So the Andes mountain range runs almost the full length of the western margin of the continent. So ocean currents are also influence the climate of the continent. Warm Brazilian current moves along the eastern coast and it causes rainfall. While the cold Peruvian current reduces the temperature in the western and it keeps it dry. So here you can observe the warm Brazilian current move along the eastern coast. So it causes rainfall. When there is a warm Brazilian current, so it causes to the rain. So while the cold currents, it reduces the temperature in the western coast, so it keeps it dry. So therefore, the northern Chile and the parts of southern Peru have hot desert Atacama type climate. Western parts of the Andes and the southernmost region of the Chile receives the rainfall throughout the year and it is maximum in winter. So this region has oceanic climate. North and central Chile coastal region has the summer and mild winters with rainfall in the winter. This region has the Mediterranean type of climate. So the Atacama Desert is the driest area of the earth. So because it doesn't receive the rainfall for the last 200 years. So the south of Gran Chaco region, that is the Argentina and Uruguay, is covered by the temperate grasslands. to a large extent called the Pampas. The plateau of the Patagonia has the temperate desert having scrub vegetation on the western side of the Andes. And the central region, it has the mixed type of forest. So temperate deciduous forests are also found, coniferous forest, and the Mediterranean type of climate, that is, which has the evergreen trees and shrubs. So children, this is about the physical setting of South America. So hope you understood the topic. Now I have given a simple home assignment, that is, name the physical setting of South America. So children, I'll meet you in the next class with the continuation part. Till then, have a great day. Thank you for watching video.